Hi, this is Bill Kenealy from Business Insurance Magazine. We're today with Steve Waldorf, Managing Director of Waldorf & Associates. Steve, thanks for being with us.
Thanks very much for inviting me. It's a pleasure to be with you.
Great. So, Steve, basically, what we're interested is how is business looking for you guys this time of year? Can you kind of juxtapose where you are this year as you opposed where you were this time last year?
Yeah, sure. It's a challenging market right now, for everybody. As far as where we are in our client base, our retention ratios are well into the high 90s. The challenging part of it is dealing with what we see as a hardening market, somewhat artificially to some degree, but it's finding alternatives for a lot of our clients is not as easy as it was a few years ago.
Yes, Steve, you work with some specialized clientele, religious institutions, academic institutions. Can you walk us through some of the issues particular to them that you're helping them with?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, our focus has been for now 3 generations of just religious nonprofit groups. Predominantly Catholic, but not exclusively Catholic. And the challenges on the facility side of things, on the property, has become significant, really surrounding the what took place about 50 years ago. And what happened is that following Vatican II, there was more or less of a decentralization of a lot of religious orders. So you'd have like 300 nuns, for example, living in a convent, and they moved out of the convent over the past 50 years, and they had 10 cars. Now you have 100 nuns in the convent and 300 cars.
Any new wrinkles or anything you're doing in terms of technology to help these institutions deal with these issues?
Yeah, we're actually developing a cloud-based risk management platform that'll enable different religious orders, nonprofits, dioceses to take a lot of the risk management information and push it down to their local communities. It's also going to be interactive so that the CFO at a parish diocesan level will be able to make certain that that particular pastor is actually participating in the risk management. So what we look to do is educate them in risk management, build certain vehicles, so at the very least they can mitigate any losses that they might run into. The challenges that they face are going to get worse. Right now, employment practices liability coverage profit sector is very difficult to come by. The retentions are higher, the premiums are higher, and the availability of those markets are shrinking. In part because it's almost as if the industry is seeing that with the shrinking economy and it impacting the nonprofit sector, that they can anticipate a number of layoffs and possibly EPLI claims. When it comes to on the liability side and educate them, we run a lot of seminars with attorneys to try and educate what staff they do have. We try to outsource a lot of things as well. When it comes to dealing with minors, we work with a group called Presidium, and they'll go in and they'll actually accredit a religious order. It's about a 3-year process, where they go in and basically they teach the staff and the clergy about how to recognize people who are aggressive towards minors in the entire spectrum, from people who are into voyeurism to full-on aggressive contact. How to deal with this, manage it, and control it. And through this accreditation process, what we do then is take that information and the fact that they have gone through this training, and we present it to the market. Effectively, the result is hopefully that it will be recognized in the liability rates and be a greater benefit to their bottom line.
Wow, so you're really helping them tackle kind of one of the thorniest issues imaginable head on.
Yeah, definitely, and it has proven to be very effective, and the entire environment has shifted as well. Years ago, if you could imagine, a young seminarian coming out of the seminary might be told, I want you to go down to Father Joe's parish and just be mindful of the fact that he likes to indulge once in a while in a little bit of drink. Well, today they would look at it very differently and suggest that he might have a drinking problem and put him into a program. The same is true with regards to dealing with all third parties. And they take everything far more serious with regards to dealing with minors and other third parties that come on premise. There really is only a very small number of markets who are willing to step into this space.
Sure.
Honestly, it's maybe about 10 different markets, which is very beneficial because in those markets you have a lot of freedom of form and possibly rate, so they're more flexible in dealing with some of the challenges that are unique.
Okay. Steve, thanks so much for taking time to be with us today.